Hello and welcome to FinTech Focus TV. My name is Ian Bailey and we're here on day 2 of the fabulous Pay 360 event at the Excel Centre in East London. I'm delighted to be joined by Michael Borrelli from AI and Partners. Thank you ever so much for coming, Michael.
Thank you, Ian, for having me. It's a pleasure to be here and thank you all for the opportunity.
Pleasure. Let's start. Introductions. Tell us about yourself and tell us about AI and Partners.
So myself, regulatory compliance specialist, we were just discussing beforehand.
Yeah, probably worth setting the scene and telling us about that. What does that mean? What is it?
Well, it's a lot to cover, but it's the world's first regulation on AI, and it's a new EU regulation that affects anyone marketing, using, developing or deploying an AI system on the EU market.
Okay.
And it's fresh on the back of last week's approval.
Yeah, okay. And I think you said off camera that this is the first hard sort of regulation within AI. What does that actually mean to businesses?
So it effectively means that is now a regulatory requirement. So beforehand there was no regulation, now there is.
Yeah.
Any business that wants to market, use, develop, deploy an AI system on the market will have to comply with these new rules.
Yeah.
It's risk-based, so basically means any AI system you have has to have a risk classification, be risk assessed, which then determines compliance requirements in the same way you would do for know your customer.
Yeah.
You know if it's high, medium or low, you do the same thing for an AI system.
Okay, so in order to comply and sorry, like what do firms need to do?
Well, they would need to basically assess the AI system to determine the risk it poses.
Yeah.
And you have taken an approach, they viewed it as a product, so they've looked at an AI system and said, right, they viewed it as a product, and making sure that businesses, before they deploy the product, risk classify it and comply with all those obligations, and depending on the risk classification, making sure that companies put those requirements in place.
Because this is huge, right? I mean, as we were saying off camera, pretty much everyone in this event is doing something with AI. Like, is this something that AI and Partners can help with? Is that what you guys do?
For sure. I mean, this is industry agnostic, so every single industry will be affected by this, including the payments ecosystem, of course.
Yeah. The
use cases, as you touched on earlier, which were incredible. So we talked about fraud detection, creditworthiness scoring. I mean, there are so many. And what businesses really need to do is do an AI inventory, know how many AI systems they have, and get those classified, because there are so many out there. You need to know exactly what the risks are for each AI system.
Okay, and this is something that you help with?
The team have been doing this for over 3 years.
Right,
we help do the identification of risk classification. Like GDPR, it's going to be initial, what do we need to do, how does it affect us, and then once that sort of business is done, we can help helping businesses do the implementation, making sure they can run a business as usual. The risk classification is just the first step of their implementation journey.
Yeah, I understand. And so on the implementation subject, like what are the sort of practical tools for enabling that?
Well, of the many there are, the team have actually built one called Orthrus, which does what it says on the tin, does the identification, so it scans your infrastructure and then allows you to do a risk classification in 15 to 30 minutes. So it's the world's first workflow tool to optimize that risk classification process. And then we estimate that without the tool it would take 5 to 8 hours, and with it it's 15 to 30 minutes.
Gosh.
So it's a time-saving tool to reduce costs, give businesses that certainty to securely deploy trustworthy AI.
Yeah, very good. This is obviously a fascinating subject, and I think there's been such a buzz around AI and practical implementations and so on. And I think, as you say, with the first act being ratified last week, this is an interesting time. What can people do if they want to find out more? How do they get in touch with you?
Well, just before we head into that, it's great that you guys are clearly the cutting edge of this, and you're taking such an interest in AI regulation. I think you're miles ahead in that sense. What they could do, well, AI partners who could reach out to us. We have a very vibrant LinkedIn community, AI partners. Also, if you want to reach out, please contact us on our website. I'll share details with you afterwards.
Great. Yeah.
Really just about having a conversation. I mean, okay, it's about a lot of enterprises are asking the questions. I spoke to a senior Microsoft official yesterday. It's about you want to deploy AI. Okay, what do you actually want to do? What are your use cases? How can we help you achieve that? We adopt the same approach to AI partners. What do you want to do? How can we help you do that? And we give you the tools, expertise, and capability to help you guide you through that journey.
Perfect. So the education obviously is a big part of that, and then the practical solutions followed up with it. Fascinating. Michael, thanks so much for taking the time to come and join us.
Thank you.
Genuinely, thank you. Thanks very much for watching.